Hi there. It's Wednesday, October 25th, and let's do Proverbs 25. Jump over here. Now, we finished the 30 sayings of Solomon, and this is more Proverbs of Solomon. And he talks about kings here. I mean, we don't have kings now, and there are some small kingdoms probably that still have kings, but most governments, even run by kings, the kings don't actually run anything. They have parliament and prime ministers and stuff like that. But back then, except Jesus is the king. Okay. Back then, kings had absolute power, and if the king was displeased, he could do a lot of damage. So he talks about kings here, and let's begin. These are more Proverbs of Solomon compiled by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. Okay, these are, men of Hezekiah, king of Judah compiled these. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the heart of kings are unsearchable. Yeah. Remove the dross from silver, and a silversmith can produce a vessel. Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say to you, "Come up here," than for him to humiliate you before his nobles. Right. Stay in the back till you're called. What you have seen with your eyes, do not bring hastily to court, for what you will do in the end if your neighbor puts you to shame. Right? If you take your neighbor to court, do not betray another's confidence, or the one who hears it may shame you, and a charge against you will stand. Like apples of gold in settings of silver, and a ruling rightly given. Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is the rebuke of a wise judge to a listening ear. Like a snow-cooled drink at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to the one who sends him. He refreshes the spirit of his master. Like clouds and wind without rain is one who boasts of gifts never given. Through patience, a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. Right. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it and you will vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you, and they will hate you. That's one worthy of highlighting, huh? Don't overstay your welcome. Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is the one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Right. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is resilience on the unfaithful in time of trouble. On the unfaithful. Like one who takes away a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar poured on a wound, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Jesus quoted this proverb. Like a north wind that brings unexpected rain is a sly tongue, which provokes a horrified look. A sly tongue. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Yes, we remember Solomon saying that. King Hezekiah's men remembered it, huh? Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked. I like that one. That's going on a lot today, isn't it? It's not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep. deep. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Well, I like that one too. I'll make that large. So, that's Proverbs 25. The sayings that Hezekiah's men compiled from Solomon's sayings. We didn't highlight a whole lot in here. We could highlight this one. That one was pretty cool. Verse 6. Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence or anyone's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say to you, come up here, than for him to humiliate you before his nobles. Right? Right. Don't grab the first seat. Wait to be called. We highlighted verse 17. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you, and they will hate you. Right. Again, wait till you're called. Right? Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in a time of trouble. Yeah. Don't rely on people that are unfaithful. Yeah, it's just... And one Jesus talked about, if your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Right. Verse 26. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked. And verse 28. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. So, there you have it. That was a short chapter. Only 28 verses. And some good stuff in there. Always good stuff in Proverbs of Solomon. So, that's what we'll do today. Tomorrow we'll continue with 26. And we'll be done by the end of the week, and we'll start another one. See you next time.